Hi, it's the Lipstick Gal. Thanks so much for watching today. Today is just a first reaction. And a first reaction to some crazy expensive lipsticks. Like, really? Okay, so if you don't know, I love lipsticks. Lipstick is literally my favorite makeup item. I'm a lipstick junkie. I am a lipstick snob. I am a lipstick addict. Like, if I want to know. I want to know. I have to know. And the truth is, for the longest time, most of my purchases were right in the middle of like that high-end price range, like high teens to like maybe low 30s, like that price range there. Something you could walk into Sephora or Ulta or into your local department store and pick up a lipstick. But I definitely have shied away from a lot of drugstore stuff, but especially not luxury lipsticks. And with the exception of like one or two of them here, I've got 18 in front of me. They're all luxury. I happened to find a set at Nordstrom. Look at this. It has a Bobbi Brown crushed lip duo here. So we've got the lipstick and the lip gloss. I'm gonna start with the lip gloss here. These are normally like what, I think high 20s for the lip gloss. I don't know, I'll have to put prices for you here, but this was a set for the holidays and then it was on sale for $24 for a lipstick and a gloss. I was like, yes. But I really don't have a lot of, I don't think I have any Bobbi Brown lip products. This, by the way, is the shade Free Spirit. I'm watching something here. I think I might have over applied because as my lips are coming together, I do have a little bit of like stringage and collecting where the lips touch. That is one of the things I don't really like. But what I do like about this formula is the fact that it feels so cushy. It doesn't feel terribly sticky. There's a little bit of like a stick to it. It's a gloss, a little bit of tenacity to it. So I don't know that it's gonna like instantly start migrating, but it feels really good on the lips. This one probably one of the least luxurious, but still Bobbi Brown prices, thank cheap. So the next lipstick is from Dior. This is a beautiful lipstick. This one here is the shade 100 Nude Look. I have Nude Look in the Velvet formula, but I also wanted it in this kind of more creamy satin formula. Oh. You know what's interesting? I feel like this is a little bit more peach than the one that I already have. That's interesting. I forgot to swatch the Bobbi Brown. Let me put a little swipe of this for you here. So the Bobbi Brown, these are both a little bit more on the peach side. This lipstick is scented. It smells like those luxury floral scents that you would get in lipsticks. I don't always prefer that, but I don't find that it's so heavy that it sticks around all day. I can smell it if I put my nose right in the tube and maybe when I'm applying it, but then after that, I don't feel like it really lingers. What I do like is the texture of this lipstick. This lipstick feels really pillowy and plush without feeling gooey and slippy. Sometimes lipsticks are so hydrating and so emollient, they just kind of, I don't know that this really feels like it's gonna do that. I really like this. I feel like with the nude lip liner, like the right one, this would be absolutely stunning. This formula though, beautiful. This is one of the few lipsticks that's not like your luxury lipstick. But I had to get it because Clinique has redone their pop lipsticks. They used to come in like little square cases with silver on the top and the color of the lipstick on the bottom. I have several of those. I've always liked the pop formula because it's like a primer and lipstick together. They're supposed to be long wear. And they have different formulas. They have kind of more cream and satin formulas and they have matte formulas. I got this one here called Bear Pop. I really like the component. I like the green. I think it's really pretty. This is definitely a little bit pinker than the other two. This is usually not the shade of pink that I like, but in the pictures, this is the one problem I have is that the marketing photos that they have, this looked more like a pink leaning nude. And here it is very definitely pink lipstick. Now it's a sheer lipstick. It's really comfortable. It feels nice. It's not quite as thick or as cushiony as the one from Dior, but I think this is a good formula. This would be the sort of lipstick that I could very easily, especially in this kind of more satiny formula, throw on at a red light or a stop sign and not need to pull the mirror down for, just kind of like pull it out and, you know, okay, here we go. I wouldn't feel too bad about this, but I really wanted to try these new lipsticks from Clinique, knowing that I have like the formula in the past, but I love this new component. Oh, it's so pretty. All right, talk about a bougie, expensive lipstick. Here is one from Guerlain. This is from their Rouge G collection, and it's one of those that you have to buy. The lipstick is one thing and the case is another. I remember when they used to sell them, you know, together, but they didn't have the decorated cases. It was all just silver. One thing that I do like, if you didn't know, there's a mirror in here. One of them is a magnifying mirror, and one of them is just a regular mirror. I have the shade number 59. These lipsticks come in both a matte and a satin formula. I picked up the satin, and I was hoping, oh, this is nice. It kind of grips a little bit more as you're putting it on. And I don't know if that's because it's a brand new lipstick and you kind of have to get through that top layer. There's also a slight scent to this. Another kind of pink lipstick, but if you're looking at it, it has a little bit more kind of like a peach lean to it, but it is still pink. I think it really brings a lot of color and vibrancy to my face. I like this one. I also really like kind of like this green print, and I think it's leather. It's really fun. And I do like that you have a mirror in here. Like, this is a sort of component that when you pull it out and you put on your lipstick, it's kind of like a show for everyone. Or it makes you feel like, even if you're by yourself in a room and just pulling it out, touching up your lipstick, it's gonna make you feel fantastic because it's such a bougie thing. I love moments like that. I think that's fabulous. But for me, the one thing that I do like is that if I want to, you know, use this lid with something else, I certainly can, because it will like change to other components. But I like the feel of it. I feel like there's just a little bit more of a lingering scent from the Guerlain to the Dior, but this is a really, really pretty color. I'm surprised, as I'm normally not a pink lipstick kind of gal. And again, this is one that looked more kind of like it was a nude with a hint of pink, but this is a sort of product that I feel like I could wear on the daily if I've got like a stronger eye going on, or I want kind of like a light look for the day. This is what I would pick. So here's one that I've worn once before. This is the new reformulation of the YSL Rouge Couture lipstick. This is in the shade N8. It's definitely a little bit browner. This formula is usually pigmented. It's not as pigmented as their Bold formula. Man, this is a pretty color. This one just glides on. It has a really nice mouthfeel. It instantly feels moisturizing. Now, the reason I say that is because I have like wipes here that I'm using to take off all of my lip product. I'm wiping it really hard. I also have like cotton rounds with lip remover on there if I need it. I just want you to know that this lipstick instantly feels nourishing. I'm not saying the other ones haven't, but this is on a different level of kind of like it feels more like a hydrating balm type lipstick, and I really love the color. But this one is beautiful. This is the N8 shade. I like that it has a little bit more depth to it. I feel like it's a better contrast overall on my face, but I fell in love with their Bold formula last year and I picked up more of them. I really like this new reformulation of their Rouge Couture line. I feel like this is nice and I'm glad I got this shade. Do you know how long it's been since I've purchased a Tom Ford lipstick? I had some more than a decade ago and I love them, but I just didn't love them enough to keep repurchasing them. And these are expensive and they're not refillable. But I got a shade that I'm hoping is going to be perfect. This is called Indian Rose. This is funny because I feel like, wow. Okay, I was just gonna tell you something and I put this on and I completely like, ooh. Okay, my heart just went pitter pat. Wow. This is a beautiful, beautiful formula. Okay, here we go. But she's expensive. I think this was $59. So the component is really nice. It's black with the gold trim. It doesn't have a magnetic closure. That's kind of surprising to me, but it does have a nice snap on it. It does feel weighty. Like if you were to toss this at someone, you would hurt them. Please don't throw your expensive lipsticks. But I really love this shade. I feel like this shade is so pretty. It's a little bit more mauve and it is a little bit deeper. And so I feel like it plays a little bit better on my skin tone than some of these lighter peach shades. But this is stunning. It's not too slippy. It's not too drying. it feels, I can hardly feel it on my lips, and I put a lot, a lot on. I was like, keep going over and over. So it does feel, you know, very lightweight. I can feel that it's there, but it's not like there's a lot of product on my lip. The other thing is it definitely feels nourishing. This kind of just smells like lipstick to me. I'm not really noticing a scent. So if I'm wrong, let me know. Are these supposed to be scented? I do love the idea of a luxury lipstick that doesn't have a scent, because sometimes those floral scents or those powdery scents, it's a little much for me. But I really like this, and I feel like this kind of color, along with the fact that it is so comfortable on the lips, would instantly put this into like daily use territory. And I love the idea of a lipstick that I use every day because it's my everyday luxury. Here's another one that I've used once. It was this one and the one from YSL. This is a Chanel lipstick. This is their Velvet Matte formula, and this is the number, I think it's 61 Intuitive, yes. So this is kind of like that Velvet Matte formula. I have gone through and purchased some matte, some kind of more satin. I like that there's no scent to this. I don't have any discernible scent. I also do like that the product, you know, you click in, you click out to open it up. It does feel nice and weighty. I do like the component of this, but this lipstick actually feels really good on. When I wore it the other day, I got some really good wear out of it. It didn't feel drying, but it feels creamier when you put it on initially, and then it kind of, and I hate to use the term dries down, but I feel like it's a little bit less, when you're applying it, it feels a little bit more emollient, and then later, like an hour in, it's not quite as slippy. Is it dry? No. Does it ever make my lips look bad? I haven't noticed that yet, and it's January. And I live in the Pacific Northwest, and it's cold outside. So I have to be really careful. I'm always putting stuff on my lips. But this one I really like, and I like that it's this shade is a little bit more on the warm side and that warm kind of earthy brown side. I picked up one of the Dior Addict Shine lipsticks. This is the shade number 716. This is called Dior Carnage. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I hope so. But this is one I've been kind of intrigued and wanting to try on. I'm like, I want to try it on. Time to record that. Ooh, it slides really nice. Okay, I'm instantly impressed. A glossy brown lip. Okay, I have several other Dior Addict Shine lipsticks. I like this formula a lot, but a lot of the other formulas I have are brighter or really like a really sheer nude, and I really wanted something that was a little bit deeper but still glossy. This formula is one that I've always enjoyed because it's not too heavy, it's not too much. You can continue to reapply. It doesn't last forever because it's a shiny lipstick, okay? It does kind of do the more 2 to 3 hours. Now, if you're not drinking a beverage, if you're not eating food or snacking, if you don't lick your lips, I think the color is going to stick around for a while and the hydration feels really good. This is one though that since I'm going to be 49 in a couple of weeks, I would definitely want to pair with a lip liner just to make sure that it's not going to start going places it doesn't belong. But I love this color and the feel of it. It's so, it feels so good. I don't think this has a scent. I'm not smelling anything, which is interesting because I do have other Dior lipsticks that do have a scent to them. And that's curious where some in the lineup do and some don't. Am I making things up? Let me see. Here's the other lipstick that I think has a scent. Yes, this has a scent. This is the transfer proof one. And this one here doesn't smell like anything. And I don't like the scent of this one. So I think it's intriguing when a brand will put scent in some lip products and not in others. I'm curious about that choice, but this, I love it. It's been a long time since I've purchased a Clé de Peau lipstick, like probably more than a decade. And the last time I had one, I just wasn't that bowled over. I don't feel like it's fair to go through and start trying luxury lipsticks without giving Clé de Peau a try again. This is their Rouge à Lèvres lipstick. I don't speak French, so forgive me. But this is the shade number 19, Riveting Red. I'm really curious. You know, it's funny because it looks kind of like a mauvey pink here, but it is really, really red on the lips. I feel like this is a case of, it's a nice lipstick, but there's nothing here that's really pulling me in. I do like the color. I feel like the color is really pretty. And it's kind of not a mauve and it's not really a red. It's somewhere in between. Some people might think of this as like a red, but I don't know. I feel like this isn't quite as bold as I'm expecting a red to be. And I realized I quit showing you swatches. So this one here is the matte one from Chanel. Here's the Dior Addict. And this is the one from Clé de Peau. This feels like a nice satin lipstick. And I don't know if there are properties in here that do something magical for the lips. It just feels like a nice lipstick. And at the price, I'm not sure that this is making me want to go out and buy more Clé de Peau lipsticks. And that's how I felt the first time I got a Clé de Peau lipstick. Like it was nice and I used it, but it wasn't my favorite. And it wasn't something that instantly pulled me in. I feel like it's a good formula. It feels like it would be hydrating. It feels nice on the lips, but it doesn't really have me as excited as the Tom Ford or the Dior Addict or any of the other ones, or like the YSL that I've tried up to this point. I feel like if you're looking for a luxury lipstick, maybe I need to try a different formula from Clé de Peau. You let me know if you were a Clé de Peau expert. I feel like this is nice, but this is not blowing my socks off. And for the price, I kind of need it too. This will be my third Chanel lipstick. So this is the Rouge Coco Ultra Hydrating Lipstick, and this is the shade Mademoiselle. This is one that I picked up because I've been watching Nikki LaRose, and she was talking about some of her most favorite, most trusted like makeup products, and this shade is one she mentioned, and I was like, oh really? She said it looks good on everybody, and so I was like, okay, here we go. Oh man, there's a little bit of a scent to this. Man, this is so pretty. I feel like I like this better than the Clé de Peau. I mean, she's still expensive. This is, I think, $45. But here is Mademoiselle. This could very easily be my everyday lipstick. I feel like the component is nice. It doesn't have like the push button on the top, but that's fine. But I like it. I also feel like this shade would work on a ton of people. It's not too deep, it's not too pigmented, but with your natural lip color, this could look very different on a lot of different people, but still be kind of like that slightly plummy, a little bit dark sort of color without being too much, or it might be the perfect nude for somebody. I really, really like this. Again, interesting. I think I might have just got lipstick on the bottom of my nose. That this has just a hint of fragrance, so it smells slightly floral, where the other one from Chanel, I'm not smelling anything there. Again, I don't understand the choices that companies are making, but I do like this lipstick. Here's the Bobbi Brown lipstick that came with the gloss. This one here is the Crush lipstick in the shade Telluride. I've never tried any of these, but I've heard so many people rave about this formula. This smells just like a lipstick. It doesn't smell like there's any fragrance to this. And this has a little bit more of a tenacity to it. I feel like it's a little stiffer of a formula. It's not quite as kind of shiny. This set for $24, total win. But I love this color. So here is Telluride. I like that you can see it could be a little bit sheer if you don't pile it on. I went to town. And I like the way it feels on my lips. It has kind of like a slightly, it's not terribly cushy, but it feels really nourishing. My lips are really starting to feel dry from the wiping things off and putting something else on. I'm just gonna tell you, at this point, I'm definitely feeling it. But I feel like this formula is gonna be moisturizing. I love this color. This color is absolutely stunning. Love, love, love. And I feel like this is a sort of color that a lot of people could use, which is why I'm not surprised it came kind of like in this little duo set together. If you're ever shopping on Nordstrom, I know that sometimes after the holidays, if they still have stuff that was probably made specifically as holiday gifts, they're gonna go on sale and you're gonna get some great products. I have never tried anything from Shiseido, so I picked up one of their lipsticks. This is the Visionary Air Gel Lipstick. This is the shade 208 Streaming Mauve. Ooh, this has like an instant glide to it. What's interesting is it came in this box and this was in foil. It was packed like in a foil pack to make sure that it was airtight. And it could be because this formula, oh my, out of all of them, this is the one that I'm like super impressed with how it feels going on. Oh. Okay, so it's, let me find my words. It's gliding. It feels like if I'm not careful, it'll be like, and I could like, you know, end up with like a giant line over here. But it also feels like instantly nourishing. This was not terribly expensive. I don't even think it was $30, but I always think of Shiseido as a luxury brand because like their foundations are kind of expensive. But when I saw this, I was like, well, let's give it a try. The way that it feels on the lips, it feels completely different. It almost feels, okay, this is gonna sound bad, but I want you to stick with me here. I've gone through, I don't know how many lipsticks by this point. My lips are dry, my lips are hurting. My lips are like, please stop. And I'm like, we're not done yet. We're not there yet. And when I put this on, it was like, cushy on the lips. It has a little bit of slip to it. And it really does, like when you're putting it on, if you put too much pressure, I feel like I could just like ride right out of my vermilion border and end up with like lipstick up to here. But it feels so good. And even just pushing my lips together, it feels hydrating. It doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't really feel like I have like a layer of product on my lips. And I really like this color. I like that there's a shine to it. Okay, this one surprised me. And out of all of them, it's probably that one and the Clinique one, the most affordable. But let me swatch it for you. Boy, I definitely have a type. These guys are all very similar. Formulas are different, but boy, this one surprised me. It's really good. Okay, I got caught a little bit on the back of my knuckle there. I kind of don't want to take it off. It feels really good. I'm going to put a little bit of this on for a minute and give my lips a break. This is the Plush Pudding from Fenty. This is kind of like their lip hydrator, lip mask. This is the vanilla one. I'm going to crank for a minute. Give me a sec because it's brand new. Oh, there we go. Oh, that might be too much. I don't know how I feel about this sort of packaging. I like that it comes out like a little bit. You can just pull out what you need. But the hard part is I don't know when I'm almost out. And I like looking into a container to see how much, like how soon do I need to reorder before I'm completely out? Or if it's like in a squeezy tube, you can feel it kind of getting low. With this sort of packaging, it's kind of like it's a mystery. But, okay, I like this. It came in this little duo pack. This is another holiday thing. And the price of two of these together was less, I think, or about the same price as one of these normally. I love these sort of like trial packs that you can get at the holidays. They're so good. The other one is, I think it's is it cherry, Barbados cherry, and it's like sitting someplace else in my house. My teenagers both love this. I'm gonna have to keep this for myself. I'm gonna leave it here on my desk. So when I'm getting ready, before I put a lip product on, this feels a little bit heavier than like the Laneige lip sleeping mask. The Laneige lip sleeping mask has a little bit more slip to it. This feels like it is very nourishing. It has a very different feel than this Shiseido that I just put on. But it's, you know, basically a clear, hydrating, repairing lip product. So they're calling this a lip mask. I wore the Barbados cherry one last night and I slept a little bit more than 9 hours, and I normally don't sleep that long. And this was the second night I was using it. I put it on and it feels really good and really heavy and kind of occlusive. And then partway through the night, like if I wake up to go to the bathroom or I'm thirsty or something, I feel like it's all sunken in and I need another layer. Whereas when I use the Laneige lip sleeping mask, I can put on a layer and in the morning I still have some of it there. So maybe my lips are thirsty because it's January, but I'm gonna keep trying this Fenty Skin lip pudding. I said it before, pudding, but it's pudding. But I'm glad that I got two of them, and especially for this price, like the reduced price, I like that. I have a Pat McGrath lipstick here, and I've mentioned before that I'm not a fan of the formula. And you might be asking, why did you go and buy a brand new lipstick? First of all, it was $12 and there was free shipping. And I felt like it was kind of unfair to talk about luxury lipsticks because I got rid of all of the Pat McGrath lipsticks that I bought them when she first launched lipsticks, and I never really fell for them. And for the price at $39, is it a bad lipstick? No, but I feel like there are other lipstick formulas that are better than this. This, by the way, is the shade Fever Dream. Here's Fever Dream. It's definitely kind of like a warm it's not really a red, but it's definitely a bold color. It has a little bit more of that terracotta feel to it. So if you are not somebody who likes kind of warm lip colors, this may not be the shade for you. But as I'm thinking about the formula here, it does apply and it feels very smooth going on. There's no dragging, there's no catching of the lips. It doesn't skip because it's a dry lipstick. It feels like a cream lipstick going on. And it has a really interesting, almost silicone-y feel to it. And it's not my favorite lip texture. The other thing that I remember about these is that there's a little bit of shine with first application, and within 40 minutes, it's gone. But then later, it isn't as hydrating as I would want a lipstick to be that I'm gonna be wearing all day. Is it a bad lipstick? No, but I feel like for $39, I'm wanting just a little bit more out of it. But this is a formula that I'm familiar with, and I do like it. It's just not my favorite, but I thought I couldn't do a luxury lipstick video without getting a Pat McGrath. Sometime in 2023, I tried on this lip power from Armani for the first time, and I got a nude shade. And when I was doing this video, I was like, now's the time to get the red that you want. And this one here is the shade 400. Oh, this Armani red, I can't wait. Okay, this is what all my red lipstick dreams are made of. Yay. Here is shade 400. This is the satin formula. They do have a matte in this lip power. I didn't really want to try the mattes because I saw a couple of reviews when they came out in mid-2023, and some people loved them, some people didn't like them. But every review I saw for this formula, their satin formula, everybody loved. And I love okay, here's what I know about this formula. I don't know that the shade is gonna do it, but fingers crossed. I have a nude shade that when I put it on, it doesn't migrate, it doesn't go anywhere. It stays right where I put it, and then it also feels comfortable on the lips. It doesn't feel heavy, doesn't feel sticky. I mean, it feels good and it feels comfortable. And this kind of cooler red, she is beautiful. I am so excited to have this red as part of my luxury lipstick collection. So I've been really curious about this matte formula from Guerlain. This is their Kiss Kiss matte, what is it called? Their Tender Matte. And I have the shade 775. Look at this. Oh, I'm so excited. This looks like more like a warm red, but I'm really curious to see what this matte lipstick feels like on. I like the feel of this better than the Pat McGrath. I feel like this lipstick, it has a nice feel to it. It's not quite as slippy as the Pat McGrath, but it feels nourishing at the same time. I feel like even though there's a little bit of shine there, it's gonna kind of matte down over a little bit of time. I also feel like it's not quite as full pigment as some other formulas. So here is the 775 from Guerlain, and I really like the feel. First of all, oh man, I love this component. This is so beautiful. Their kind of shine and hydrating version comes in gold packaging like this, the Kiss Kiss line. But I really like the feel of this matte lipstick on. There a slight floral smell. Like I could hardly smell it. I was like, is there? A little bit, but it doesn't really, it's not terribly heavily fragranced. I think this is a beautiful lipstick. I like this color. This is my type of red. This was a gift with purchase, and I'm so excited. I've been meaning to try this lipstick in this formula. This is the NARS Power Matte Lipstick in the shade Dragon Girl. So I feel like I'm normally not a mini lipstick sort of person. I feel like they're kind of small and dinky, but I don't know. This has been out for a while. This formula's been out for a while, but I haven't been intrigued enough to go and get it. But if I was gonna get it, I'd get it in this shade. So when it came as a gift, I was like, let's try it on. But this is an expensive lipstick as well. It's in the $30 range. I feel like out of all the matte lipsticks I've tried, this one is instantly matte on the lips. I can kind of also feel it drying down. That kind of worries me. And that is the reason I haven't instantly gone out and purchased this lipstick before. So here is Dragon Girl. It's a little bit cooler than the one from Guerlain. It's not quite as cool as this one here from Armani, but I feel like this is like a really nice color. I know this shade in Dragon Girl is kind of like a hero shade for the brand. There's a lot of other formulas that this shade comes in. Love this shade. And I'm curious to see how this wears. I'm gonna have to wear it one day, all day, and see how it goes. But it's feeling a little dry on my lips right now. And I'm worried that because I tend to have dry lips, This may not, although the color is great and it feels nice going on. In 2 hours, what state are my lips gonna be in? I don't know. That kind of has me worried, but man, this color, no complaints there. Beautiful. All right. The last one is super sparkly and bougie. I got another Rouge G from Guerlain. And I mean, the packaging, oh, love. It's really heavy. It's really weighted. And I love this case. It does come with a little velvet pouch. And I was surprised that the other one didn't come with a velvet pouch. Maybe because there's no stones on it. I don't know. So I'm definitely going to keep this in here, especially in my purse. But I got the shade 214. It's a really beautiful, bright, shiny red. Here is 214. This lipstick feels really good on. It's the last one, and I'm really glad that I'm ending on something that is comfortable. It's the same formula that's in this other one, but the other one is definitely more of a nude shade. I like the fact that, you know, these really expensive luxury lipsticks are refillable. What I find really interesting is that nowhere on this component that I can see, if there is, tell me, does it ever say the number of the lipstick? And then it comes in its own little box like this, with this little cap on it, because you're getting this separately and you're buying this separately. But once, like, this doesn't even have the number on it here either. I don't know. Unless I kept the box, I wouldn't know what the number of this is. That to me is a little surprising, and I don't want to hang on to the box for the number, because like I'm looking and I'm not seeing it anywhere on this component. That's a little weird to me. And even if it's not on here, how am I supposed to know which one I'm getting again? Okay, just something to keep in mind, but I feel like it takes a long time to kind of plow through a lipstick. And when you have as many as me, probably not gonna do it, but I do love the way this feels. It is very creamy. It feels nourishing. It's not terribly heavy, but it has a little bit of tenacity to it. I don't feel like it's kind of gonna go places. So man, a wide range of lip products, some bolder ones, some really neutral ones. Okay, this is chaotic and too much. I know it's too much. But my goal is I'm gonna keep trying all of these lipsticks and then do a dedicated, not just a try on, but a dedicated like review of luxury lipsticks, because anytime you're spending I feel like more than $30 on a lipstick, you definitely want to know, is it worth, like even some people, even more than $15 on a lipstick, is it worth it? Is it really good? And I don't want you to be spending your hard-earned dollars on things that aren't absolutely amazing. And I feel like some of these merit the price and some of them don't. And I definitely want to, you know, keep trying them. This was just a first impression. Let's try these on. What do they feel like? Which one surprised me? And I feel like there's some really good things here. And I feel like there's some other ones where you're paying for the prestige of the name and not necessarily the product itself. But we'll get around to that after I have a chance to wear them, make some notes, and check back with you. So if you love lipsticks and you're curious about luxury lipsticks, please make sure to check back with me, because I'm gonna let you know what I think about all of these and kind of review all of the luxury lipsticks that I have in my collection and tell you, are they worth the price or are they not? I would love to know, what type of lipsticks do you kind of defer to? Are you more of a drugstore person? Are you more of the, I only wear, like, this is my one lipstick and it's my favorite and I wear it all the time, and when I run out, I go and buy it again? Let me know in the comment section down below. And if you have any of these luxury lipsticks, what are your thoughts? Or if there's a favorite shade you have that I don't have here, tell me about it. Thank you so much for watching. Have an incredible day, and I will see you again soon.